I can't imagine what's going on with you guys at the moment. What have you been told about this hack and your data?
Very little, really. We were originally contacted through the app that we believe was the source of the breach on the 11th of September, and then a following email was sent directly to us saying that our children, or our child, it was a very impersonal email that was sent to us that told us that our kids, or one of our child's information had been part of that breach, and the details that have been taken are name, address, ethnicity, um, date of birth, profile pictures of one or both of our children, plus all of the details of the parents, our occupations, email addresses, so on and so forth. There's a lot of information that they claim in their email is non-sensitive, but for me, is very sensitive.
I mean, of course, you don't want that detail out there, especially not in the hands of a hacking group that are demanding a ransom from this company. So I'm actually surprised how much detail you've got from this, Steve. I didn't think that they would have told you that much. I mean, it doesn't reassure it in any way, though, does it, that you're aware of this?
No, not at all. No,
what have they told you now? What have they said next?
They haven't said anything since then. So the last communication from Kido was back on the 16th of September, and there's been no communication since then. We were part of a WhatsApp group with the parents of the nursery. We were ejected from that because we no longer have children at that nursery yesterday, on the bequest or the advice of Kido. I mean, that was our source of information. We were speaking to like-minded parents that were in the same situation as us, and that's no longer available to us.
Describe what the parents are saying, then, if you
I mean, they're upset. They're upset that there's been little to no communication from Kido. We've been given no update whatsoever since that second email came out. The first communication wasn't even directed at the parents. It was put through the app. And then the follow-up email on the 16th, which was literally just to say that our children have been are one of our children. Like I said, it was so impersonal that it was addressed to the Guardian, dear Guardian, and just told us that information that that they had, but again said that it was insensitive, and the worst we could think of was a few spam emails and maybe a couple of spam phone calls. But it was another concerned parent that posted an article from the BBC on the WhatsApp group, which spurred me to get in contact with the BBC, and I spoke to them earlier on in the week. It's the fact that this information is now being published on the dark web. That's the kicker for me. When I originally heard that it was a hacking incident, there's hacking incidents happening every day, but we're talking about children now. You know, I'm starting to get rather angry with Kido. That they've got a prime responsibility to look after our children, whether that be from physical harm or IT attack. And for me, at the moment, they've completely failed that duty.
Well, in 2025, I would imagine you do have a duty of care to protect the online data of a child that is in your care, but of course that is something that I'm sure will come out as the investigation by Kido goes on. I did speak to the government about this yesterday, Steve, who had said that they are in touch. They've heard from the nursery group, and obviously they're doing everything they can to support, but it's just that none of that will do anything to sort of assuage the concerns of a family that's affected by it, right? So look, Kido are being held to ransom at the moment. Your data's out there. Have you received any calls, any spam emails, anything like that at this point from them, from the hackers?
No, nothing that I've received so far. I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure that somebody from the nursery was contacted by phone, and I think that was to apply pressure to Kido to pay up a ransom. So I have heard that story. It's definitely happened. I'm not sure whether it was our nursery or another nursery, but yeah, look, these people, they're doing it for financial gain, and but the use of children is the wrong use for me. They're innocent. They've done nothing, and to put children's data in on such an incessant place as the dark web is not necessary. There's other ways. There's other means.
And we don't need to go through sort of the cesspool that is the dark web, and how concerning it will be that your kids' stuff is on there. I'm really sorry about that, Steve, for you and everyone involved in this. So look, so what's next then? You're just waiting, I guess, now at this point. Kido need to come back to you, and I guess you guys need to start thinking about what you do to protect yourselves online going forward, because this stuff is now out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, I mean, I wrote an email to Kido yesterday, asking for a response to several questions regards of what the investigation looks like, what the forensic report looks like that they've apparently carried out, and we'll see what comes back from that. As far as our protection is concerned, we're change passwords and do what we need to do in order to try and protect ourselves online, the same as you would do after any data breach. But yeah, it's very, very concerning that they've got so much information about our children.